The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, to yet another game in this time frame with 29 minutes and 39 seconds left. Projected wise, just from looking at it, the last few games we've been playing has been going by really quick. And it's each game finished up with 10 minutes and change on average. So if we keep up that average pace, we could be seeing at least 5 games in this time frame. Maybe 5, I'll say maybe 5 for now, maybe 6, depending on how much we get done here. So in this case here, we have a little bit of a recap here of the last few games. Last game, you saw the Predators win their third straight game, winning 2-1. Not a shutout, but it's fine. But it's not a shutout, but it's all right, as the first 2 games were of this time frame were both shutouts. For today, for game 4 of this time frame, the 76-77 Habs will be the visiting team, as the Predators will be the home team. As you can see, the Predators currently lead this time frame 3-0. If they win this game, they're sitting in prime position for Team NHL to win their first time frame of this project. For the Habs, this is a must-win game. Otherwise, this won't be a series. And Nashville will sit prime and pretty to beat the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens for the first time in this project. With that being said, with 29 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock, what do you say we drop the puck? If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. Start the clock. And we're kicking things off with a quality check, this time between players 3 and 6. So anybody that's on the Habs, and Thomas Novak will be the Predators' lucky contestant here for the quality check between speed, skill, and smart. Everybody except Pierre Bouchard has speed and skill. So how about we go ahead and I think we'll go with Tremblay. We'll say Tremblay. We're looking for smart. It looks like Novak has smart. We will have Novak move in on Ken Dryden, who needs to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the save. He can't, and he will. And Thomas Novak puts the 22-23 Nashville Predators on the board early. And how many assists will be given out on the play? So 2 assists. We'll go with Duchesne. So Novak from Duchesne and Tyson Barrie. Is your stat line for the goal, for the ice-breaking goal here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 26. Choice visitor player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. Well, of course, we're going to have to give it to Larry Robinson because the Habs do need to get on the board. They have not been scoring goals as of late. So let's see if he can do so. He needs to roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to get on the board. A 5 or a 6 will not do. And Larry Robinson will put the Habs on the board. It is tied up at 1 apiece, and 2 assists will be given out on the play. Mario Tremblay will be 1, and we'll say Bob Gainey will be the other one. So Robinson from Tremblay and Gainey are your goal stat line for the Larry Robinson goal here in the second stage of the first period. In the second stage of the first segment. Quality check, this time between both players in 3. That is Jarvis and Sissons for power. Colton Sissons does have power, so he's going to be moving in on Ken Dryden, who needs to. Oh, excuse me, who needs to make a 5 and a. Yes, 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the save. He will make the save, and that's going to do it for the first segment of the game, game number 4 here in this one, as the game is all tied up at 1 apiece heading in to the next segment of the first period. Visitor scoring chance of 51, home player in 1, that's Jakub Treinen, will stop the goal with a quality roll of power or a square. He does not have a square, but he does have power, so he's going to stop the Montreal goal. So a good play by Jakub Treinen to keep this game right where it's at. It's tied up at 1 apiece through 10 minutes of the first period. Quality check between players 4 and 2. That's Roman Yossi and Guy Lafleur for skill. Both guys have skill, and we move on to the next segment of the game. Quality check between players 2 and 4. That's Mark Jankowski and Pierre Bouchard for smart. Both guys have smart, and that's going to do it for the first period. So after 20 minutes in the books here in game 4, we are tied up at 1 apiece at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. Leaf scoring chance to kick off the second period with a 41. Home player in 5, that is Dante Fabro, creates a goal with a quality roll of smart or a triangle. He does not have a triangle. However, he does have smart, so he's going to be moving in on Ken Dryden, who needs to make a who needs to have a 6 blank in order to not save this one. Nope, and he will definitely save it. So Dante Fabro will, as Ken Dryden makes the save, Dante Fabro will shoot, and however Ken Dryden will make the stop, and we move on to the next segment. Another quality check, this time between players 5 and 1. That's McDonough and Steve Shutt for power. It looks like both guys have power, and we are going to move on in this one here at the Bridgestone Arena, all tied up at 1 apiece here in game 4. Quality check between players 3 and 1. That's Glass and Wilson for speed. Both guys have speed, and we move on to, of course, the next segment. We got a quality check, this time between both players in 5. That's Dante Fabro and Bill Nyrop for star. Neither of them have stars, so we will end. And after 40 minutes of play in the book, 40 minutes in the books, here at Bridgestone Arena, the score is all deadlocked, all dead even at 1 apiece here in this one, as we move to the third period right now with a visitor scoring chance of a 15. Home goalie must make play save. So Kevin Lankinen is the home goalie. Or excuse me, home goalie. Yes, home goalie must make a play save, so he needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to stop the Montreal goal. He can't, and Montreal will take the lead, their first lead of this time frame. Let's see who scores the goal. 6. It'll be player with the best shot rating. That is going to be Yvonne Cournorier, scoring the goal. And if I butcher any names, I do apologize. 4 with the assists, so 2 assists, Larry Robinson and Pete Mahovlich will get the assists on the Yvonne Cournorier goal. The go-ahead goal here in the third period. It's early, but I wouldn't count on it if I were the Habs fans, because you can see how greedy, or not greedy, I shouldn't say, how luckily the Nashville Predators can be as we enter into the next portion of this segment with a quality check between players 2 and 3, Michael McCarron and Jacques Lemar, for skill. Jacques Lemar has skill, so therefore he moves in on Kevin Lankinen, who he shoots and scores. Jacques Lemar puts the Habs in front of an insurance, puts them in front via more insurance goals, as Lemar puts the Habs up in front 3-1. And let's see how many assists we're getting on the play. 2. It looks like it will be... I do want to keep that circle out there. So we'll go with Savard and Tremblay. So Lemar from Savard and Tremblay will be your goal scoring stat line for the 3-1 lead for the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. We got a quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Sherwood and Jarvis for power. Neither of them have power, and that's going to do it for the segment. This first segment of the third period here at Bridgestone Arena. And we move on. Home scoring chance of a 54. This could be the opportunity to get on the board to get this game within 1 goal. Visitor defense player in 5, that is Bill Nyroff, stops a goal with a quality roll of hit or a square. He does have hit and he does have a square, so Bill Nyroff will stop the goal, and we move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 4 and 1, that's Barry and Gainey. And the quality we're looking for is power. Bob Gainey does have power, and he's moving in on Kevin Lankinen, who shoots. And Lankinen makes the stop. Oh man, that could have been so bad for the Nashville Predators if Kevin Lankinen didn't stop the goal. So therefore, Kevin Lankinen made a huge stop, preventing this game getting out of hand to be 4-1 as we move on to the final segment of the game with a visitor scoring chance of a 43. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Unfortunately, yes, we have Robinson, Mahovlich, Lafleur, and Schutt. I think we're going to give that to Steve Schutt. We'll give it to Steve Schutt, who will create the goal chance, and let's see if he does. Moving in on Kevin Lankinen, who Schutt will shoot, and Lankinen will make the stop. Wow. So that will do it for this one. Stop the clock. And with 18:10 left in the time frame, we will be playing game 5, and if we have enough time remaining, we will play a game 6. Oh man. So Montreal will get on the board. Will definitely get on the board in this time frame, winning this one by a final score of 3-1 over the 22-23 Nashville Predators. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer Game 4 summary. And, of course, Game 5 coming up right after this.